How to approach any girl during the daytime. You're walking around, going about your day, and you see that hot girl. I know part of you would love to go and talk to her, get her number, but there's also that other part of you that's stopping you from doing it. The anxiety kicks in. Your brain starts telling you all these reasons not to go up and approach her, and so you don't. Or maybe you do go talk to her, but there's still something off about your approach. So in this video, I'm gonna go over the proper way to approach any girl during the daytime. I'll be covering the do's and don'ts of approaching, and at the end of the video, the way you look at women will be completely different. Let's get into the 5 key elements of how to approach any girl during the daytime. Starting off with number 1, looks. Yes, looks do matter, guys. A lot of dudes don't realize that the open actually starts the moment the girl sees you. And oftentimes, this is even before you say anything. Women instinctively begin to categorize you when they first see you. We need to look at a person and assess if they're a threat or a potential person of value. Understand that if you're going up during the daytime to approach a really attractive girl and you look like a homeless man, there's going to be a lot of resistance. Part of that assessment comes from your look, your fashion, physique, grooming, face, and overall presentation. This will be the first thing people judge you on before they even speak to you. Now let's move into the more technical elements. We have a couple to discuss, and then towards the end of the video, I'll show you guys exactly what to say to actually get the conversation going. But for now, let's move to number 2, the distance and angle of your approach. Most men approach women in a way that's uncomfortable and triggers an instinctual fight or flight response, resulting in the girl rejecting you before she ever even really gets to know you. The most effective approach is when the girl can see you at a safe distance and feels comfortable. Approaching from behind is creepy, and touching is just worse. So keep your hands to yourself. Approaching when you're too close or trying to jump out in front of her to make her stop is also going to trigger an instinctual, automatic rejection. The best angle to approach is from the side, at a safe distance, while still being slightly in front of her. This way, she can see you. When done properly, you can often get the girl to slow down and eventually stop and talk to you. Not all girls will stop for you. Sometimes they're genuinely busy. A lot of the time, women won't stop to speak to a stranger. Try to stop the girl, but also be prepared that you may have to keep walking with her until she sees that you're cool. Now that we're approaching from the right angle, the next thing that will happen is the girl's going to look at you to assess if you're a threat or a person of potential value. That's why number 3 is your smile. Back in 2014, when my client did his first 5 approaches with women, they all resulted in automatic rejection. The main reason was that I wasn't smiling. He was very nervous back then with a lot of anxiety. When he approached these girls, he had a very serious, almost serial killer type look on his face. Imagine walking down the street and an aggressive-looking man with a serious expression tries to stop and have a conversation with you. You'd be scared, concerned, and thinking about avoiding him. Because a lot of guys don't smile, they look angry and suspicious for no reason. That's what men are constantly doing to women. By adding a smile, you show that you're friendly, not a threat, and social. Plus, it shows a certain level of confidence. I recommend smiling before you even look at the girl, so that the first moment she sees you, you're already a confident guy who's smiling. A confident guy who's smiling will definitely trigger positive emotions, which can lead to a conversation. Number 4 is your voice. In a minute, I'll demo for you guys exactly what to say to get into a conversation. But before we talk about what to say, let's talk about your voice. More importantly, how you say it. My friends and I go out a lot, and many times, guys can't get our attention because they approach with a very low, weak voice. Often the dude thinks he's getting rejected when, in reality, half the time the girl didn't even realize he was trying to talk to her. The other problem that happens is that when they go up to the girl, they seem like they don't want to bother her. They're weak and apologetic just for trying to talk. Saying, "Excuse me, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bother you," comes off as unsure and insecure. When men approach apologetically, they seem unconfident. On the other hand, approaching loudly and seriously can come across as aggressive and threatening. The sweet spot is to be slightly authoritative to at least get her attention, while balancing it out with a smile to soften your approach. You can get her attention from a safe distance while smiling with a confident voice and say something like, "Hey, excuse me." Now that we've approached and have her attention, let's move on to number 5, what you say. Being really direct can put a lot of pressure on the girl, making it awkward and uncomfortable. At the same time, being too indirect can mean you never get to the point. The best approach is one that gets to the point and explains why you're talking to her without being overly direct. something in the middle. Some easy lines to try are, "Hey, excuse me, I just saw you walking by and I really liked your look, so I wanted to say hi." Or, "Hey, excuse me, I just saw you walking and you caught my eye, so I wanted to meet you really quick." Or, "Hey, excuse me, I thought you looked really cute and wanted to say hi. How's your day going?" Once you start approaching women and getting into conversations, if you want to learn more about how to vibe with women, be sure to subscribe to this channel. Comment done if you did, and don't forget to like and share this video to your friends and family. Watch the recommended video on the screen. I'll see you there.